Tonight on SmackDown Live AfterBuzz TV After Show, the best friends are back. Jinder with a major announcement, and Sin Cara wins? Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Yes! Yes!
No.
I'm back! Yes! Yes!
No!
I'm back,
No!
guys!
No!
I'm back!
No! No!
Live on
No!
AfterBuzzTV.com, the AfterBuzz TV YouTube page, iTunes, SoundCloud. You're liking, subscribing, telling your friends. Yes! Yes! Christian Rosenberg is back and better than ever. Hey guys, I'm Christian Rosenberg. Follow me on Twitter at @RealRosenberg, Instagram @TheRealRosenberg. PresentTees.com/Christian Rosenberg, CollarandElbowBrand.com. Use promo code Rosenberg to save 10% off your order. Guys, I'm so happy to be back, and I'm sure you are too. Yes. Yes.
Who is this guy?
Yes?
Steve Kaufmann.
No, that's the guy to my left. Steve Kaufmann's here. That's Steve Kaufmann.
I thought all of this pomp and circumstance was for me. I'm not typically on the SmackDown Live After
Now,
Show.
Gabby's off this week, and you're a substitute.
I'm a bearded substitute.
Yes.
You can find me on Twitter at Steve Kaufmann. That is KAUFMANN.
And we got Bludgeon Brothers on the other side there. At Tom the Coms, Tom Connoly.
I didn't bring my hammer.
No. And hey, Scott Narver. At Scott Narver, it's Scott Narver.
I'm always got my hammer on me.
Yeah, I was gone for a couple. I was in Hawaii, which was nice. I got to perform in the Hawaii Improv Festival.
You broke YouTube.
I broke it. That was my bad, guys. Sorry about that. No, I had a lot of fun. I got to do a lot of comedy out in Hawaii. Thank you to everyone at the Kumukaua Theater.
You can name him. It's okay.
Yeah, everyone.
We got time.
Well, there was Garrick, there was R. Kevin, there was Alyssa, there was.
These don't sound very Hawaiian. About Rikishi, the Usos.
Yes,
Jimmy, Jay.
I haven't gotten to all my ooses yet.
All right.
Also, shout out to the kids at the Mid-Pacific Institute. I got to do a little workshop there. They asked me to teach them how to host. Is that weird?
No, not
You've
at
been
all.
doing this a very long time.
Yeah.
It's weird that you don't see yourself in that role, but okay.
Yeah, all right.
It's weird that you took money from children. I
Yes,
think
they
that's what's
physically paid me. The kid, I'm like, no, you want to learn. Ante up.
What'd you do, like 1,500 each kid? Right?
Yes. It's a tough seminar.
They all
They got to pay their dues.
They all
Yeah,
paid.
you know.
They all paid $3,000, and he made them do handy squats till they quit.
Yes, exactly.
The classic story.
But yeah, so I was gone the last couple weeks, but I'm assuming nothing much has happened on SmackDown since I've been gone. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, the plan was Nakamura was going to win the title, Owens and Zayn would be feuding, AJ crushed Corbin, New Day retained, and Luke Harper still nowhere to be seen, right?
Yeah, you were way off on all of those predictions.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not what happened?
You're terrible at predictions.
Yeah.
Let it be known.
Oh,
Let it be known.
all right.
None of that
I
happened.
get. No, I'm. Thank you for clarifying.
You haven't watched in like 2 weeks? Like, where have you been?
I was in Hawaii.
This is your job. SmackDown is worldwide.
Is this what you were teaching
Yeah.
those kids?
This is what I was teaching them: how to be a terrible lead host like me. You
could've
paid for it.
You could have watched
No.
it 2 in the afternoon. Had a nice like lunch SmackDown, you know?
Well, let's get into SmackDown because it had some surprises in it, to say the least. Some surprise victories, some surprise announcements, and we start with the hometown boy Daniel Bryan. We're in Seattle. Crowd's going nuts as they always do for him. He wants to address Sami Zayn, and Zayn comes out to the ring, and it's great because he's doing a lot of the moves that he always did when he would go to the ring, like a lot of the mannerisms, but his face just made like a slight twist, and now he looks all like smug and not caring with it while doing the moves. And it's crazy because he's doing like the same movements, and now we hate him for it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate him though. I think this is exactly what he needed. Like, and I've been saying it for weeks. So
I know you like the bad guys, Tom. I'm saying in general, people are supposed to be booing him now.
and they are, which is good.
Yeah. but he's doing the same thing, but just that slight twist is
Maybe
now
you
it's-
see that in his face because you want to. You want to find a reason to hate Sami Zayn other than the ska music. Maybe you're looking for something.
You'd think ska
No,
music would be enough.
He turned on the WWE universe. Of course I hate him.
Turned on the universe. He turned against his boss, who didn't give him any opportunities. Well, you would known that had you watched the past 2 weeks of SmackDown Live.
I was on vacation.
Perfect time to
Wrestling
watch
doesn't
wrestling.
take a day off, ever.
Literally.
I clearly do.
They have this thing called the Network. I'm not sure if you heard
Never
of it.
heard of it.
24 hours a day.
How
you're
much is it?
watching. I don't know, like
Okay.
free if you just borrow someone's
Oh.
login
Yeah,
name.
you can use many logins. It's fine.
They don't want us to say that at all.
I never said that.
Sami Zayn talked about how he took ownership of his career back. Does that make me a bad guy? You know, Daniel, we're not really the same person. We're both gifted in ring performers. Well, at least I still am. Zing.
Ooh.
Zayn.
Oh. Typo.
Yeah.
These people helped you. For me, they didn't hold their part of the agreement, but I really don't care anymore. And if I discovered if you work smarter and not harder, you wouldn't have had to retire when you did. And you were always a performer of our generation. I would always try to catch up to you, but you were always 2 steps ahead. But now you're the last person I'd ever want to be. A man who gave up his body to end up being a housewife.
Ooh.
I loved it.
Somebody should be texting Daniel Bryan to let him know he must immediately apply water to that sick burn.
Not aloe?
That's why you left the ring, right?
Water first. He needed to get.
That was such a bad joke.
Was it?
Oh, I
though?
forgot. No, we decided. We had a couple of rules for you for filling in for Gabby tonight.
Oh, way to spring them on me on air. But
Yeah.
Go on.
No, we're completely throwing you under the bus here. So your rule tonight, you can't say you know. You can never say you know. Mm-hmm. You can't say, what was it, very?
Mm-hmm.
Like the word "very" in
very?
any context.
And you can't say the word much. I think you know, very, and much.
I will try to uphold.
And champion.
We'll allow champion. We'll allow champion. Anytime you mess up, I don't know, Steve, our engineer this week, somehow try to buzz him if you can. We'll yell at him, but just berate him if he ever says very, much, or you know. Perfect.
Thanks a lot.
All right, good start. Kevin Owens comes out after this, and he's so happy that Sammy's seen the light. And while he's right about everything you said about Daniel, I have to clarify some things. Daniel is a pathetic martyr. At one point, he was Mr. Bella, but now he's become what he's fought against. He is a hypocrite. He is now the authority. Sami Zayn says, "You're right. You're a sellout." Daniel Bryan then walks away and says he's going to find a couple dudes to punch you in the face.
I think getting the job of being a housewife to a Bella is a pretty good gig.
Yeah.
I applied.
I'll take it.
I applied for about 6 years.
Ooh, when did the court order come in?
No response?
No response.
No.
I made it to a HR interview once, and that's about as far as it got.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, I mean,
Sorry, and then-
I thought it was a good segment to set up.
I loved it.
Set up the turn of Zayn even more. You know, have him going after Daniel Bryan, and I mean, I don't know. These guys are awesome together, so let's just see what happens. And it's not stopping anytime soon. So I'm happy with it.
It's great that day one in WWE, we saw Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. You know, they liked each other at the beginning of that NXT show, and then at the end of it, they hated each other. Mm-hmm. And all that time, they've been rivals, and we've seen the story. So now watching it, they've done such a great story telling that, and now seeing the reverse of it. It's so surreal to watch.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, now they're friends again. Mm-hmm. And eventually they'll be enemies again down the road at some point.
Why do you... Why? Why would you want that? They're friends now.
We just started this.
Years. Years this took.
It reminds me a lot of Tommy Dreamer and Raven, if they got to continue that story anywhere else.
And podcasting, I'm sure they will.
But it's not quite that. Had they got to move forward in the WWE with that storyline, like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn get to, I think they would have eventually reached a point where it's like, well, then they have to team up together, and not reluctant like they did in ECW, like actually team up together. I'm excited to see this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm thrilled for it. It's a nice twist, and we'll see how long it goes. Sami Zayn's got a new type of motivation, but if you guys need some motivation in life, obviously you like podcasts, you like the WWE Network, but you should also listen to an audiobook. And Penguin Random House Audio produces audiobooks that will get your heart racing as you hit the gym. You can listen while you work out. I do that. Don't make a joke of that.
You just did.
Yeah, I did. From health and wellness audiobooks to best-selling thrillers that will get your heart pumping with a fast-paced story, audiobooks can motivate you to get to the gym, out for a run, or whatever your workout may be. And audiobooks can motivate you to make your workouts longer so you can finish listening to a chapter of the book. And listening to an audiobook can help you keep up with your reading while being productive and working up a sweat. You can get that free audiobook download when you visit tryaudiobooks.com/podcastfitness. That's tryaudiobooks.com/podcastfitness to get a free download. They got great health and wellness audiobooks, motivational books. There's Everyday I Fight by Stuart Scott, who's one of my, like, when it comes to hosting and sports, he's one of the guys I look up to for sure. There's the 4-Hour Body. If you want a body like mine in 4 hours, you just download the 4-Hour Body by Tim Ferriss. You never know. So check that out. Tryaudiobooks.com/podcastfitness for your free download.
Well,
I said nothing.
I know.
I said nothing.
I feel like the people listening on iTunes could hear your grin.
People want your body in 4 hours.
Yes.
It's easy.
Yes, it
They
is.
get your body in 4 hours by doing what you said there, not by any other means.
That's right.
No other means.
That's right.
Do it.
You can go on Bumble. You can go on Tinder. They can get even less than 4 hours, really.
Yeah, they get your body quick. Stop by the studio.
That's
Body
right.
by Rosenberg.
I feel like that's a new shirt. I feel like that should be a new shirt.
There you go.
Someone designed that for me. Brian's backstage again with Owens and Zayn, and he's just talking about how you wouldn't believe how many people asked me to be able to punch you guys in the face. So you two tonight are going to face Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura. And they don't seem happy about it.
Why would they be?
Yeah. Why?
They wanted the night off. They've been, they already worked hard. They already did a promo in the ring. Now I got to fight? I
Well,
want to go home.
it's gonna be a tag team match.
But
kinda-
no Teddy Long anymore.
the spirit of Teddy Long lives on. Guys, Pulp Fashion. Pulp Fashion.
Yes, please.
Pulp Fashion. Wonderful. We have flyers. Posters. Ezekiel 25:17, which is Booker when he dressed up as Samuel L. Jackson for WrestleMania 21. We got Reservoir Road Dogg. Cena is Mr. White, Mr. Orange, Mr. Everett. Like, just have a picture of him in a different shirt. Butch.
Just Butch.
It's just a photo of Butch. And the gold watch, which was a clock with Cena on it.
That said,
My time is now.
Very good detail.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there was a bolo tie on the corkboard that was different from the bolo tie he was actually wearing. I found that interesting.
Whose tie was it?
Exactly.
Is that another mystery?
Probably not.
Okay.
It was probably just on the corkboard. They didn't give much more thought than that.
You said much. What was that? Did you just do the sound? Was that a
It
horse?
sounded like it.
That's awesome. I gotta give you credit though. You went like 5 minutes without saying any of those words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That went longer than I thought. Fandango is interrogating the Ascension, and like, be cool, man, like the Fonz, like jump the shark. Too late. I honestly didn't get the reference, but that's what they did. Is that a Happy Days
You've never
reference?
seen Happy Days?
Since I was like a kid.
You never heard of Jump the Shark?
Yeah.
By the
that's where that
famous
comes
John
from.
Hine?
Okay.
Maybe not.
To explain, in an episode of Happy Days, Fonzie
Oh, he jumped a shark.
literally jumped
Yes.
over a shark, and many people pointed to that as the moment when Happy Days was no longer good. Jump.
So that's a reference to things in entertainment when it's jump the shark. It's gone too far now.
Yeah.
It's
Like when
the-
they bring a little kid into a show and like, oh, here's like the cousin on
That
Brady
makes sense.
Bunch and, yeah.
I never heard that phrase for that, but that makes perfect sense.
Also, the guy John Hine, right, who owned JumpTheShark.com, he's like a frequent Stern contributor.
He's on this. Yeah, he's on the
He bought the URL pretty early, and it was pretty much just a forum, and then he sold it.
Oh, we're even getting a tab.
Oh, I'm so glad Steve's on top of this tonight.
I'm done, guys. He sold that website for a lot of money.
Yeah.
So Breeze is dressed up like Uma Thurman. They have a cheeseburger, which is a Royale Rumble with cheese.
That was good. I like that.
Yep. You guys haven't solved the case of 2B. It's obvious it's the Bludgeon Brothers. Like how the Ascension, like, you know who it is. Tyler Breeze starts choking on the burger because they claim he's allergic to pickles. And the Ascension can help on one condition. You promise that we can be your friends.
Best friends.
Best
Not
friends.
just friends, best friends.
Fandango says, okay. They pull out a giant syringe and just a little dot on Breeze as to where he has to put it. Breeze wakes up before they insert it. He's like, I don't have any allergies. It just, the bread was gluten-free. And then they started arguing about whether or not they're best friends. And in the midst of that, somebody stole the briefcase. Ascension asks Fashion Files for Assemble. And Breezango walk away.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't even know there was a briefcase in the room.
They started holding the
What?
briefcase and put it down on the table.
Oh, is that what he?
At the very beginning of it.
I'm like, I didn't know there was even a briefcase. It was good for what it was. I mean, not the best, but it was funny. I mean, I kind of like what they're doing with the Ascension. At least they're trying to do something with these guys and trying to make them kind of funny. And I think it's obvious they do get along with the Fashion Files or Fashion Police guy. I'm like, what are these guys'
Breezango.
names? Yeah. But I think
Johnny
I think-
Curtis.
Yes.
And
I don't know what Tyler Breeze's other
I don't
name was.
remember.
And it's likely the creative forces behind Southpaw Regional Wrestling. This is what they're doing week to week with WWE.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they get along very well. The Ascension gets along very well with those folks, which I'm still really on board with all the Southpaw Regional Wrestling stuff. I'm completely okay with the fact that it's actually just a KFC commercial. Because that's all Southpaw Regional Wrestling is.
Baron Corbin versus Sin Cara. It's been a few weeks. I need Christian's Closet's music, please.
Wow.
Yes.
It's returned.
It has returned
It is here now
right now
for this epic encounter.
between Baron Corbin and Sin Cara.
We're gonna hit it.
Christian's Closet,
All right.
starting as soon as Steve can play it.
It's
He's got a lot of stuff going. There it is. First off, it's just Sin Cara is here. I mean, that's a big start to it. And I feel like somehow his head got thinner because the mask was much tighter. And, like, it didn't stick out at all. And thankfully, he wasn't wearing gear that he had to pull up every 5 seconds like he did the last time we saw him.
it's very important.
That's all I have for the Christian's Closet there. That's it. You can stop that music. It's just Sin Cara being on TV is worth that segment alone. And more importantly, Baron Corbin says, everyone wants to see me make this a U.S. title match? Nah, it's too bad. U.S. Open Challenge is closed. And then Sin Cara won. In
By
like
count
2
out.
minutes. It was a count-out squash match by Sin Cara on Baron Corbin, the new U.S. champion, who just beat AJ clean last week. That's right. I heard about it. I didn't see it, but I heard about it.
That's like listen, dirt sheets. Basically, if you
I
heard about
I
it,
don't do that. I don't do that.
You
Fake
did
news.
by just hearing about something. You don't know if it's true.
It's a fake view. Fake news.
Guys, Sin Cara just beat Baron Corbin in 2 minutes.
Whatever.
Well, next week...
Whatever. Match
That's
of the
a major
century.
deal.
He could be fight. He is
the number
now
one contender.
He is now worthy to fight Jinder Mahal
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, yes.
because there's only been 2 other people that contended for that title.
I think you could get away with next week being no count out, and then there's a DQ finish, and then the week after that, it's no DQ.
I think next week they got to give him the title match next week.
No, I think next week Corbin just destroys him, and then we never see Sin Cara again. Sorry.
Oh no, I think next week Sin Cara wins the title and it has a 3-year reign.
No. I mean, I don't think this is actually. I don't think it's gonna lead to a title match. I think it's gonna lead to somebody else getting a title match.
If someone beats a champion, you gotta get a title match. You can. It's still a win.
Is this ECW on Syfy? You have to beat the champion to face the champion?
Yes.
Well, that is WWE.
That's been that for years. But wait a minute, we need a kickoff show at TLC. Are we totally discrediting Sin Cara, making it all that way?
TLC's Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
And it's this Sunday.
This ain't gonna go to Survivor Series. That's for sure.
Sure we do. They're not gonna bury somebody else like that at the kickoff match. I
What do you
think
mean?
Sin Cara.
It's gonna be Team Sin Cara versus Team Corbin.
Oh my God. Yes.
Okay. I'm only going to accept that if you tell me who's on Team Sin Cara.
It'll be
All Sin
Cara.
Caras.
Everyone all wear masks.
Yeah.
Sin Cara.
Dillinger wears a mask. Mojo wears a mask.
The original Sin Cara's there.
The original Sin Cara.
He immediately gets hurt and exits out right away.
Kalisto joins the
James
team
Finger?
just because,
Kalisto
friends.
dressed as Sin Cara.
Yeah.
And
Alberto Patron.
Colonel Sanders.
Jumping.
Colonel Sanders.
Oh, sure.
No, they're returning Rey Mysterio. Come on. You gotta do it
What
that
would be
way.
Spanish for Colonel?
But then who's on Team Corbin?
It's Baron Corbin and a bunch of smaller Baron Corbins.
Ascension
The Ascension.
and the Bludgeon Brothers.
Actually, that's...
Who else has really long hair but needs a haircut? You know.
Curtis Axel.
Yeah, there you go. He can be on there. He ain't gonna be on the Miz's team, so yeah.
And Paul Heyman from any other time in the past 5 years.
Renee's backstage with the Usos. They talk about how they feel like they got this whole tag division on lock. They're interrupted by Gable and Shelton Benjamin, who, so I heard, became #1 contenders for the tag titles on SmackDown. And they're wondering, how come Renee didn't ask us how we're feeling? And then they have what felt like the most forced back and forth interaction since Darren Young and Bob Backlund.
No way. Really?
Oh my God. Yes.
No, I like this.
Oh, this was so bad.
You're off base, sir.
I thought. Wait, I am or he is?
No, Rosenberg is.
I'm wrong?
Yes, you were off base, sir.
Oh.
This was the most charismatic I've seen Chad Gable since he's been in WWE. Like, this was an amazing promo by
This
him.
was so forced.
No way, I liked it. I thought he looked actually super comfortable doing what he did. Both of them.
Scott, are you going to split the panel?
I'm fascinated by this.
We are completely on opposite ends of the spectrum with this.
I really didn't pay that much attention to this segment.
I hated this segment. I'm sorry I did, but apparently you guys thought it was great. I thought Gable was trying his best to try to compete in the rap battle, and he didn't rhyme, and Shelton was supposed to be his hype man, and he didn't rhyme. Shelton sounded almost whiter than Gable. Almost. Not quite, almost. I mean, Gable goes, I feel like we're going to wrap you up. And then Shelton goes, like babies. Then Gable goes, we're going to tap you out. And Shelton goes, like you're screaming in stereo. And I feel like we're going to be the next WWE SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And Shelton goes, real soon.
Well, the way you said it
yeah,
that
like the
way
way
is
you-
way
That's
different.
how they did it.
You're doing it.
isn't.
They
No,
did a
it's
way
not.
better.
how they did it.
They did a way better job with the exact same words.
I felt
Yeah.
like they were trying to impersonate Crime Time.
No. They were way better than that. I don't know what you were watching.
Is this what you're teaching these kids?
Yes. Yes.
Barry, Gable, and Benjamin.
I'm not trying to bury them. I want
That's what
them
you're
to do
teaching
well.
these kids.
But I thought this was terrible.
I thought
Just
it was
let them
good.
wrestle because they're amazing at that.
I thought it was good, and I like the whole diss at the end. Like I thought they were
The handshake at the end was
they
good.
made
That was
they
good.
made the Usos look dumb. You know, like oh we kind of punked them out a little bit. And I don't get why I don't really get why they did the whole rap thing because it was like, all right, you're trying to make the Usos seem kind of tweeners now. I don't get what they're doing with that either. Because Renee was way too excited to see the
I
Usos.
think the Usos turned face.
No.
I think they're faces now.
No
But
way.
then they're facing other faces. That's
Yeah. I don't think they
Problematic.
turned, but I don't know. That was a weird way of... I didn't like how Renee was so excited to see the Usos. She should not have been that excited. It was not the New Day.
No, she was like, I'm on TV. Scott, you're just indifferent on that, huh?
I don't think the Usos turned face, but I think that was played odd. I didn't pay that much attention to that segment of Gable and Jordan, or Gable and
You're gonna have to go back and watch it now.
Benjamin. I didn't feel that strongly, but I guess I'll check it out again. But you love Aiden English's one-note singing.
I do.
And I don't know why you feel so strongly about this. I have to watch it again with closed eyes. I'm curious to know what the chat roll thinks. Do they think that segment was good, or was it bad?
Bad, good, or great? Let's give them 3 options.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know.
Sure.
Okay, you're the one who
Short
thinks it
Taboo
was,
Tuesday.
you're the one who thinks it was bad, but you're giving them 2 different options for good. Sure. I'll take that and be right.
Well, because like someone said, it was okay. I was like, well, that's in between what we're saying here. So,
I was like, what's going on the screen?
Well,
apparently now Steve is also gonna keep. You
He's
are
He's
doing such a great job multitasking tonight, Steve. I do have to say that. This is awesome. You're welcome. Speaking of which, I have another Christian's Closet. If that music is ready.
Oh man, you're just trying to make him juggle.
I'm making up for.
Yeah.
I'm putting them through the ringer. I got to make up for lost time. I was off the last 2 weeks, so I need another Christian's Closet because I finally get to talk about the Bludgeon Brothers. I don't know. That was a very
Was that the
condescending-
end of a Bray Wyatt segment?
the way he said Bludgeon Brothers was just really funny.
So we start this segment right next door to the Wyatt compound, and we see Eric Rowan and Luke Harper with matching long jackets that say like Bludgeon Brothers on the back. They have some red in their gear now. Like they actually gave them some color. And Scott, for the love of God, I need you to explain these hammers. I don't understand why they have the hammers.
You pick them up and you can like nail things into
Or
nails into wood or knock
bludgeon
people out.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna carry those giant hammers to the ring.
Why wouldn't they? That'll help them in their fights.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't that make Triple H's sledgehammer look obsolete?
No, when he dropped it and it bounced, that's what made it look obsolete.
Over
So
under.
what's key is Bludgeon Brothers weight them, and then it'll look great.
Over under how I'm gonna set the over under and take the under on 4 weeks until people make Gallagher jokes.
Gallagher?
Gallagher the
Not
the
Jack
one.
Gallagher.
Oh, no. That's meaning what came out. No,
That's Jack Gallagher,
I already
not
saw
Gallagher.
gifs on Twitter
Okay.
with it. So I guess I would say.
I'm
under.
saying like on WWE TV, somebody to make a joke about the Gallagher brothers because there were 2 Gallaghers.
It'd be New Day who would do it.
It would definitely be.
Boy,
I
that's
thought it'd
a
be Corey
stretch, though,
Graves,
because that's
but okay.
old.
Yeah.
That's really.
Yeah, JBL's not there to make those corny jokes anymore.
That's
so.
true.
Oh
He'd be the guy
Michael,
to do it.
Michael, it's like the Gallaghers.
Well,
They're like the watermelon guy.
I'm ecstatic that they're finally being seen, and they're doing something with them.
And they got weapons already.
They apparently have weapons. Harper doesn't need a weapon, but they gave him one that might bounce.
TLC and H.
Tables, ladders, chairs, and hammers.
Yeah.
So are they going to be
long
debuting
show, man.
against Breezango? You think like when that happens? Are we going to just go straight to Breezango?
That could easily be Hype Bros. They haven't officially split yet. They
That's
could be
true.
the driving force between them.
Okay.
They can really knock some sense into Zack Ryder. You know, get him out of that team.
They
Let
could
him be the
also.
face.
They could also just completely destroy local talent.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
well.
sure they'll do that for
I'd be
me.
Like
fine with
that's-
that.
I'd be fine with that as a debut. They have enough else going on that I'd much rather see them just have a 3-minute, like a 90-second slaughter.
Yeah.
The Bludgeon Brothers, guys.
Sergeant Slaughter.
But by the way, Steve, were you able to do a poll? I mean, you kind of hyped it up, so I'm putting
I
the
saw
pressure
2
on you now.
goods.
Or was that on us?
I saw
He'll be
3
up 11 that
3
guy.
goods.
All right, he'll check the chat roll, see what they say, because I saw a few of them.
Ooh, a plain stupid.
Yeah, that counts as like 4 for me. Jinder, first off, finally got new nameplates on the title. Now it actually has like his logo with
'Cause
like
he has an
Taj
official
Mahal.
logo.
Yeah, because it's not just saying Jinder Mahal. So I'm happy that they finally did that for him.
Yeah, now he's interesting.
Yeah,
Finally.
that did it. That did it.
That's the piece that was missing.
That was what was missing. So Jinder is still annoyed that people don't treat him the way that he wants because he feels like he's beating all the top guys that SmackDown has to offer. So he must beat the most dominant force, and he has officially challenged at Survivor Series the Universal Champion Brock Lesnar.
That's how you wake somebody up during a Jinder Mahal promo. When it's what? It's cliche, everything being said week to week. Brock Lesnar? What? You can't say those words. That's the wrong show.
That's the wrong show. That's the wrong guy.
But I immediately was interested in something he had to say.
We now have what will most likely be Lesnar has to respond on Raw, which they announced he will be. But we have the potential of champion versus champion at Survivor Series.
Or team versus team.
No, I think it's.
Yeah, it's probably just gonna be champion versus champion.
I like the idea
think
of
so?
team versus team
It
better.
that'd be better.
Because I don't like the idea of like, come on, like what are they gonna do in this match? Like I kind of hope Jinder would win, but how is they're gonna let him beat Brock Lesnar?
To be fair, if Jinder Mahal in a one-on-one matchup, if Jinder Mahal stands toe-to-toe with Brock Lesnar for more than 6 minutes, which is on par with what Braun has done, with what Samoa Joe has done, with what people you would argue aren't Jinder Mahal's contemporaries yet. If Brock Lesnar's the measuring stick, it's about 7 minutes is the measurement. If he can have a good match with Brock Lesnar for 7 minutes and ultimately lose, based on the other data, you could argue Jinder Mahal is as good as Samoa Joe, Braun Strowman.
Well,
Roman
IBM
Reigns.
computer from the 80s. I would think the better part of this would be is if you do teams, then you allow yourself way more story and rival opportunities
True.
coming from that. And plus it saves everybody a little bit. They don't have to do all these singles matches and get destroyed.
Have it be Jinder, Owens, Zayn,
like
and the Bludgeon Brothers.
Like he should say, like I'm the leader of
champions,
SmackDown.
maybe?
That's why I'm challenging you to like us, like Raw versus SmackDown. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it should be. I don't know. Maybe they'll change it, but I don't think they're going to. It seems like it's going to.
I don't think there's anything set yet, really,
No,
the way
yeah.
they presented it. So I think that's the best route to go. I think that's the most compelling way of doing it, and it saves everybody. If Jinder and Brock get into it, but they don't actually have a pinfall between them, you know, if somebody costs Brock or costs Jinder, that causes us a story down the line for contenders, and there's just so much stuff that can happen from that.
Yeah.
I agree that that's the better route. I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to have a SmackDown vs. Raw match at Survivor Series, and they're also going to have a champion versus champion match.
Which to me it just devalues the like. If you have Jinder beat Brock, which is probably never ever going to happen,
Guarantee.
All right, we're guaranteeing it over here.
The match hasn't even been booked yet, and you're
Guaranteeing it. If Jinder keeps winning, he's somehow going to win that match.
So you're gonna say that Jinder is better than Samoa Joe?
Hey, which one has a championship?
But it's on. They haven't gone against each other though. You're gonna say he's better than Reigns now too?
Which one's got a championship right now?
You also have to realize that someone has to sell Brock and Heyman on the idea for him to do it.
Well, but I think if you're Brock, you're like, Jinder? Hell yeah! I just went against Braun Strowman. Like this is gonna be the easiest thing I gotta do all year.
You have someone like Strowman, like somehow ref is distracted, knockdown. You have someone like Strowman, take him out. Jinder pins him. And you still then Lesnar angry because he feels like he was embarrassed that Jinder beat him.
No, that he used that up on Goldberg.
Can someone said this on Twitter recently? Can Lesnar and Heyman's response on Raw Monday just be 5 minutes of laughter?
Absolutely.
It probably will be. Like Heyman's gonna be like, Jinder who? Like who is this guy?
I would really love for Lesnar to grab the microphone and be like, some dude challenged me, blah blah blah, Jinder Mahal, I don't know who that is, and then Heyman has to whisper in his ear, apparently he's WWE champion.
But I hate I hate that though in the end.
Yeah, that buries Jinder.
Well, that's Brock though. Let's be fair. I'm pretty sure in the last 10 days there were 5 days Brock Lesnar didn't remember he was Universal Champion.
He was concussed.
What do you mean he doesn't carry that belt everywhere?
No, he lives on a farm and hunts.
Well,
He hunts with the belt. That's what he kills things with.
In the midst of all,
shines it.
in the midst of
Distracts
all
the deer.
this, AJ Styles does come out and interrupt Jinder, pretty much saying, "Hey, you didn't mention me. You haven't
Mojo, Zach,
Right.
Shelton.
Yeah.
Shane.
And Jinder calls him a loser. AJ says, if I'm a loser, you don't have a problem facing me for your title. Jinder says you got to go to the back of the line. AJ takes all three of them out. And then they're all backstage. Jinder and the Singh brothers are backstage with Dan O'Brien. And Jinder wants action for what AJ did. So next week, Sunil will challenge AJ Styles.
Hey, got to step up, right?
Hey, this is his moment.
Hey, if you want an action figure, you got to get in the ring.
Yep. You want a shirt?
So just so we're clear, AJ Styles comes out and says, I'm the front of the line. Jinder Mahal says, you're the back of the line. Daniel Bryan doesn't say that he's the back of the line, but makes him face the back of the line.
Like I thought it was gonna be okay.
Sunil's the back of the line. Can we all agree?
Like I thought he was.
How dare you feel
at the end,
Sunil's the back of the line?
Yeah, I thought at the end Daniel Bryan was like, all right, fine, but if AJ Styles beats him, then he gets a match against you. Like that's what I thought they were gonna say.
Yeah.
And then it was like, okay, he just fights him. Like
Okay.
that was a weird way to end that.
It makes it easy when someone else does your job of booking the show for you.
I guess.
Sure, I'll figure it out later. I mean, it's up to Shane, really, but yeah, sure, you guys fight each other.
All right, well,
I'm here today.
We got less than 10 minutes left, so we got a couple more segments we got to get to. First off, Rude versus Ziggler, rematch from Hell in a Cell. The big story is the zoom in that the cameraman did on a poster that said Glorious Hole. And it was a giant hole with a bunch of arrows pointed to it. This is still a PG show, and someone didn't get that joke.
You guys didn't either. I was the one who pointed out to you guys.
I was
I
about
didn't
to play
see it
coy.
at first, and then all of a sudden when
You didn't see the glorious hole?
You rewinded it like 3 times.
Guys, there was a glorious hole.
apparently.
On SmackDown.
There's one every SmackDown. You gotta find it. It's like Waldo.
Well, this one was clear
It was
as
also
day.
down in NXT. It was just harder to find.
So this was a fairly... I felt like this was a quicker match. It had the commercial break in it, but it felt quicker. Ziggler with a handful of tights, like how Rude won at Hell in a Cell. Ziggler gets the win. Technically, Rude's first loss since he's been on SmackDown, which was not at all mentioned.
Because it was 5 televised matches.
Yeah, it's still first loss.
It was Aiden English twice, Mike Kanellis twice, and then Ziggler at Hell in a Cell. It was 5 wins.
That sounds like an awesome streak right there. I don't know what you're talking about.
Take that, Taker.
I don't think we should talk about streaks on television until they're at 10, but that's just me.
All right. Aiden English backstage. He's just singing along he's still in his tux from like a month ago. There's a random woman back there that just seems like her heart is a flutter.
Well, did you hear him sing?
From his singing. I don't understand what Gabby doesn't see in him. This woman backstage clearly in love with him.
Oh my goodness.
See?
She's here.
She's here, yeah.
Gabby just Skyped in.
Steve, what happened to your voice?
I'm going through some stuff, guys.
I was talking to the engineer, Steve.
He is too.
Yeah, other Steve. And then there were 2 guys that were just really into something on their cell phone.
Yeah, that glorious hole.
Like, they showed this on TV. Nobody cut away. You see this?
And it was just a GIF that went over and over and over. And English is offended by that. Out come the New Day, and the guys that were so into their cell phones start dancing and eating bootios with the New Day. They say English looks like the Gershwin of Grumpy, the Mendelsohn of Moody, and the Cardi B of Cantankerous. And out comes Rusev, and he says the only thing that matters now is not New Day, it is Rusev Day. And then Wood starts playing Rusev's music on the trombone, and New Day walks away, and Rusev's like, Rusev Day's not a joke. English starts singing, and Rusev immediately shuts him up.
That was the laugh of the night, by the way.
That was funny.
That's good.
I thought the whole thing was great.
Note
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
And apparently, New Day is gonna start some type of feud with Rusev and English.
Fine with me.
I love it.
Bring it.
Yeah.
Happy for everyone in that.
Get all those guys on TV.
And Kofi's clean shaven now. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
I'm sure there's a
I noticed.
Oh my gosh.
Marine
So many things you
6,
could say about that
probably.
segment.
No, the only thing is Kofi's clean shaven.
Let's be fair, I'm pretty sure he noticed everything about this segment.
Main event: Nakamura and Orton versus Owens and Sami Zayn. By the way, we haven't touched on this all show. Michael Cole was on commentary tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we
fine.
didn't touch it.
Tom Phillips was on assignment.
For a couple weeks. They said it for a couple weeks he's on an assignment.
On assignment. How does the lead play-by-play guy go on assignment?
He's on assignment with Neville and Nia Jax.
Don't say that.
I don't have
Nia?
any.
Wait, what?
Well, Nia's taking a leave.
Nia took a leave of absence today, sorry.
What?
Ryan Satin
Yeah.
reported that, so that's when I believe it. If Ryan Satin.
Because it's
Take that, Meltzer. You hear that, After?
Yeah.
Shots fired.
Yep. That just happened.
Well, that sucks.
But Michael Cole, I did like this. At the beginning of this match, he said he is honored because this is finally the first time that he is able to call one of Nakamura's matches. So he, again, putting over the prestige that apparently Nakamura has. You know, the guy that keeps losing to
Yeah, that
Jinder.
loser. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lovable loser.
Fun match. Fun main event match here. Low blow by Sami Zayn onto Randy Orton when the ref was not looking.
Get that heat, Sammy.
Haluva kick. Sami Zayn pinned Randy Orton.
The lovable loser previously.
Yes.
See,
2 weeks ago.
Nakamura, you need to learn right quick. Turn bad.
This is what you got to do. And then after this match, we have the replay, and then we're immediately in gorilla position, where Dan O'Brien is there waiting for Owens and Zayn. They're laughing about how they just beat the 2 top guys. Who are you going to throw at us next week? Are we going to have a Dan O'Brien on a pole match? And Daniel said, that's not up to me. That's up to Shane.
So it's possible.
Yeah.
Yes.
We could have a Daniel Bryan on a
It's
pole
not
match.
out of the question.
I kind of like Daniel Bryan on a forklift match better, but
With Judy Bagwell.
yes, exactly.
Well, what about the triple cage with Daniel Bryan at the top cage?
With Judy Bagwell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Still have
Yes.
to have Judy Bagwell.
Judy Bagwell's
No
in the
matter what,
second.
Judy
Judy
Bagwell-
Bagwell's in the second cage.
For Hall of Fame, 2018.
Side note, yes, last night I watched 97 WCW NWO Sold Out, the first one. Wow, what a train wreck that was.
Needed more Judy.
We were lacking Judy.
That's what it needed.
But this was I think it was a good main event for the show,
Yeah.
and it was a good way to put over Sammy again, with like him hitting the low blow on Orton, pinning Orton, and then my favorite part was the very end of the show, where they came back out again, and then Kevin Owens is like, "Hug me."
Do you feel
Hold
like
me tight.
Do you feel like that was not at all planned?
No,
because they had him act concerned that Shane's coming back, and then all of a sudden we cut to Randy and Nakamura just standing there.
I almost thought Orton was gonna RKO
That's what I
Nakamura.
thought,
That's what I thought
too.
we went out for. I was like, "Oh, Orton's turning bad too. All right, let's see what happens with this."
I think all the producers told him like, "Oh, we still have like 45 seconds. Orton, stay there. We're gonna have him come out."
The Chrisley clock hasn't started
It
yet.
didn't start, yeah. But I thought it was weird where they came out, and then I was like, "Oh, well, maybe they're doing it for a dark match." But then I was like, "Oh wait, 205 Live has to start first." Before they even do the dark match.
That was
so.
amazing, just to have that extra bit of Kevin Owens and Sammy at the end,
Yep.
rubbing it in their faces, like so good.
Yeah, him just yelling, "He's my best!" Like it's like, "Oh, he's my best friend." You're like, "Oh, this is gonna be so good later on when things happen." But right now, it's just perfect. So
And I do have to say this really quick as we wrap up, because I apologize. Chat roll is correcting me right now. We were so into the beginning, and I was so excited to be back. We never talked about the women's match tonight.
Oh God.
Whoa.
We
You
sorry.
charged those children money to be a lead host.
I did.
And we followed you blindly.
I skipped it. By the way, Naomi, Charlotte, and Becky took on Natalya, Tamina, and Lana tonight. Carmella was on commentary. Charlotte got the figure 8 on Lana for the win, and after the match, Natalya and Charlotte brawled. Charlotte chased Natalya out with a chair. Definitely continuing that storyline, still teasing Carmella in there. I'm sorry we somehow skipped over that match.
guy goes away for 2 weeks and forgets all these women.
Hey, all guys on the panel, let's talk about the guys.
I'm sorry, guys. Should we just wrap up then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and Aiden English would definitely be on that Baron Corbin team. They got
Yeah.
the same.
Oh,
hairstyle.
yes.
Also to point out about the women, I'm pretty sure if Starrcade is on the WWE Network, the main event will be Flair and Natalya.
It should.
Absolutely. If it's on the network, even if it's not on the network, the main event of that
We'll
show.
have to see. We'll have to see. I mean, they have to book that. We still got Survivor Series to book before Starrcade.
Depends on who you are.
All right. You did.
What does that mean?
McMahon.
We have 2 minutes left. What does
You
that
did,
mean?
Steve. You did very well tonight. I really don't feel like you use those
Two.
words.
I said very
Well, that
twice.
we caught. That we caught, at least.
Well, but that was an example.
Yeah, that's all right. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job, Steve. Scott, how can people reach out to you?
Please. No, wait, let me tell you first. You can reach out to me on social media at Scott Narver. You can check out Wrestling Compadres Slamcast, now flying solo. So here's the latest episode coming up this week, and we got all sorts of news and tidbits for you, along with an interview with Eddie Kingston. So you're going to want to check that out. And also youtube.com/onyourmarkshow. You're going to want to see that. All sorts of great, funny, fun interviews, the best shoot interviews for free on YouTube.
Tom Connoly.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at TomTheCom.
Gabby. Oh, wait. It's Steve Kaufmann.
You didn't notice till just now.
I just noticed.
I'm Steve Kaufmann. You can find me on Twitter at Steve Kaufmann. That is KAUFMANN. You can also go to thesoberyear.com. That's where I'm doing a blog about doing 52 weeks without alcohol.
What week are we on?
19?
Hey,
18 or 19.
All right, good
I'm doing the things.
I have not been successful at that.
Well, you didn't try.
No, I didn't. You can follow me on Twitter at Rosenberg, Instagram Rosenberg, T-shirts, ProWrestlingTees.com/Christian Rosenberg, CollaranElbowBrand.com. Use promo code Rosenberg to save 10% off your order. And for all your other AfterBuzz TV news and gossip, follow them on Twitter at AfterBuzz TV. Thanks so much for tuning in. For Scott Narver, Tom Connoly, and Steve Kaufmann, I'm Christian Rosenberg. We'll see you later.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Hold me tight!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.